Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to make a review on the TV show Creature Commandos, since it finished wrapping up pretty recently and it's technically the first DCU project, so people had expectations for this, me included, with how it would tie into other DCU projects. Anyways, I was able to finish it and here's what my thoughts are. So I think one of the best parts about this show is that each episode focuses on a member of the Creature Commandos, showing us their backstories and giving us lore in the universe that this is connected to. Like, one of my favorite examples is how they mention each place in this universe. Like, they mention Metropolis, Bloodhaven as well, which I liked, and Demsicary, obviously that's a part of the plot. I also like how this universe is set up to be way less realistic and more like fantasy-like, with how they mention Batman and the types of villains that show up in this series too, like Clayface. Even though some people can like how Batman can be realistic, it's a different interpretation. You'll have to like what you can like. I personally thought it was way too limiting on his character, since when you do that, you take away over half of his rogues gallery, like Poison Ivy, like I said, Clayface too, Mr. Freeze. I don't know if there's a way you can do Mr. Freeze realistically without it having been too weird. Either way, it's just very limiting on his character to me personally, and we've been stuck with it for like, I'd say about 2 decades at this point. Ever since Batman and Robin flopped, they've just been way too scared to do a more fantasy-like take on Batman, but I'm thankful that that's changing now. I also like how the tone in this series is a lot different than what people thought it would be. It's very R-rated, and it kind of reminds me of how the MCU was in Phase 1. Each movie had like a different tone to it. It wasn't none of the movies were really R-rated and all, but like I said, it's taking what the MCU did in Phase 1 and basically doing it like that. Maybe it could be a little bit better in the next movies that are coming out, like with Supergirl and Superman, and with the Lantern series show that's coming out, but we'll see. So this is probably where I'm gonna get to spoilers. If you haven't watched the show yet, I'll either like leave a timestamp where you can skip this, or either come back once you finish watching the show. But to me personally, the ending just felt way too rushed, and it didn't really feel like it was properly wrapped up. There was still a lot that was left open. They could have explained way more. Like, for example, we don't really get what the motive was for the princess, for her taking over everything. We don't get how she's connected to people like Clayface and Gorilla Grodd as well, because it showed in the visions that Gorilla Grodd would have worked with her. I feel like all of that could have been explained with like another episode, which I personally think is what should have happened. I don't think he should have had 7 episodes. I think he should have had one more episode to justify what her motives were. And on top of that, I just feel like Nina got done dirty in the finale. Like, at the end of the final episode, almost everyone comes back except for Nina, and the way she was done, I granted, I get it, it's to show that the princess was straight up evil, but like the cost was a bit heavy, if you get what I mean, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to bring her back. Then again, though, to be honest with you, comic book characters from comic books don't really stay dead forever, so maybe at some point she will come back. I'm not sure though. Also, Frankenstein did basically nothing in that episode. He just showed up and he had a whole plot around him wanting to be with the bride. That all went to shit in the last episode. He shows up, he gets shot, that's it, they move on. No closure, no nothing. I guess they were trying to set him up for season 2, because we know that this is gonna get a season 2, but I don't know, it just felt like it was underbaked to me. If I was gonna close everything off, I'd probably say that as a whole, this TV show is really good, but the ending could have explained things better, and it did leave a lot open, like I said. Though I think it's good that it's been renewed for another season, so we can get more answers about what happened in this season, how everything connects, all that stuff. Hopefully though. Either way, I enjoyed watching this as a DC fan, and I really like what it means for the DCU going forward. Thanks for watching through the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more content, as well as letting me know in the comments what you thought about the show yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.